One thing about we country be say we dey very predictable. Like we dey know when things won't happen, and that is why we dey always sit down dey wait to see how e dey happen, because we know very well say the moment Peter Obi and Atiku don talk say they wan carry petition against the president of a country, we know very well say something go soon happen for Supreme Court, and just as we predict, e don happen. They don finally start again. Because right now they don carry themselves go Supreme Court Abuja, and now e don catch fire. My correct betalicious people are the great and happy for on the side today. No be small thing, no. Then said the fire outbreak affects only one side of the judge's chamber of the apex courts. The spokesperson of the court, Akande Festus, he can't confirm the incident, but he say the thing not too serious. So as we country people, they put on for our head and say we always talk about things, we know how to exaggerate things well. So something we no serious. Now so we carry for head, they use on the shout, they use on they make trouble. Say yes, so fire actually happened for inside Supreme Court, but at the same time, the fire is not too serious as we talking like that. Witnesses to talk say it take time for the intervention of the court and the federal fire services to put out the fire, where they suspect say it starts for inside the chamber located on the third floor of the court's complex. Anyway, the Samarkand State talk say there was a fire that perhaps resulted from an electrical fault in the section of the justice chamber. You don't hear them. They say na electrical fault. So now for justice chamber of the court, now for take happened. And they say the fire, the way the thing be, not too serious. Say we just make am look too serious, just to put fear for inside people. But they say make we relax, nothing serious about her, no casualties, nobody die. As usual, then talk say some staff they try to save some important documents from the fire before the arrival of the fire services. That's one another movie where we know say it dey drop back to back for inside the country. Before you go close eye, open on the following days, something must definitely happen, and that is why when it comes to the talk about to say fire the people for inside court Abuja, we know very well say all those ones now something where they don't plan say go happen. So it just be like say the thing just they happen now, because now be the time where they plan for it to happen. So that's what they talk about important document, this and that. We know very well say now, as it be now this era, now the best time to actually document your properties, everything, mostly for system. Put hand for web, make it not be say even if a fire destroy them, you can always retrieve your documents. That's what it will always be. So we don't understand the documents, what they talk say they actually try to save with this and that. At least we know say this one na normal thing for some we country. At least not be the first time we hear say court they catch fire. Anyway, truth they always come outside for things like this, but they ever reach our mouth, because if not be say they call am snake we swallow money, na fire now they always catch for inside Supreme Court. Una do because to the reason to why una carry court to go burn, we never really know the reason, but things like this it always reoccur for the country, and time don't retrieve say you supposed to stop, because the moment one or two persons when they find how to stop some kind mago waka wey dey happen for inside the country, next thing we go to hear they go to destroy evidence. When it comes to our election, we dey see the way they destroy evidence. Something wey we dey see with our eyes, not to talk of the ones we will not fit go use our eyes see. As e be now, everybody fit go courtroom say they won't go stay with the stuff for there, or know where they keep documents. Ordinary election wey we use our eye dey see the way they destroy properties, they destroy ballot boxes, papers, everything. Even the beavers so they say they bring it from Obodoyibo, we see how they take use handle the thing, destroy everything. Not to talk of ordinary court. Leave am. Things like this they always sub. But our talk, our concern be say make it no go affect wetin suppose help with country people come out for inside one or two palava, because when it comes to plenty suffering, our country dey see something. And the thing be say if you check very well, at least people dey even talk say now human being ain't go set fire for inside courthouse to this and that. Now the same candidate talk say make una no dey think and that way say nothing like that to happen, or say na electrical problem if you actually result to the fire, so because of that make una calm down. At least the only thing wey sweet about it be say nobody die for inside the fire outbreak, and nobody actually wunjure. So that one self now something wey still makes sense. But at the same time, when it comes to destroying properties, government properties, when it comes to destroying evidence. We government people, we know very well. We supreme people, we call them people will be say security personnel, call them, they're plenty. They're very good in destroying evidence. So it'll be the first time with things like this to happen. But on top with small theory, on top with government collaborate what the professor will controversy about now. Supreme Court Abuja, it day on fire, but right now after they drop these jails, they don't actually quench them. Make we hear what they talk say they miss for the meantime, and the ones we know they miss. So on top short story for some country. This one, nine just to drop ground today.
They are helpless. The sister agencies are helpless. We have consumed a lot of smoke. We use fire extinguishers. Nothing has been done. Our management staff don't do anything in the court. They are a bunch of thieves. Our management staff are a bunch of thieves. Apart from stealing money, they don't know anything. Ordinary one fire service is not functional. One fire service is not functional. I want all the necessary, the police, SS, the necessary service provider. They should come and get this information from me. Nothing is working in the Supreme Court. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing is working. As you can see, people are helpless. They are just watching. We're asking for any pressman to come closer so that I can address them to make this in public to the world. Our management staff are a bunch of thieves. Bunch of thieves. They are full bunch of thieves. Supreme Court don't have Starbucks. We don't have fire service. We don't have anything that you know that has to do with the safety of staff. We don't have it in the court apart from stealing money. You can see people are helpless right now. The fire is still catching. It's extending to other chambers. You can witness what is happening right now. It came to a point that nobody is working. Nobody is working any longer. We use NJC fire service. We use FCT fire service. NJC fire service, FCT fire service is what we use to our rescue. If not because of the NJC fire service, FCT fire service, even Star will have been consumed by now. That is what is happening. As you can see, you can now see an immediate
6th of September, I beg me again, Gafi. 6th of September have come and passed, which is the day in the judgment between Labour Party, APC, and PDP. I didn't say anything. I didn't talk about it. People were like telling me, LP, why don't you talk about this? Why don't you say about P2B and the APC people in the court, in the law court? What do you want me to say? Okay, no problem. I know that I didn't say anything. Now, Oga don't carry the matter, go to Supreme Court. You know what? Supreme Court don't catch fire. My country home. My country home. Must we do this? This case now have been a very serious case in Nigeria, where evidence is that place will catch fire. This is not the first, this is not the second, this is not the third, and it's not going to be the last. Let's move on. I'm not saying that I lose hope or saying that I don't lose hope. I know that so many people will mock me for this video. I'm waiting for you guys. But the reasonable people will understand that I'm making the real facts here. Yes. I'm making the real facts. After September 6th, everybody kept quiet. Everybody is like, this boy called LP, I don't even understand him again. He don't even talk about P2B. What do you want me to say? I just stay on my own. I just be scrolling on my Instagram. I just saw that Supreme Court catch fire.